Okay, how do you mentally prepare for training and for racing? Now, two very, very different things there. But the longer you go, the longer that the race that you're training for, whether it's half marathon, ultra marathon running, the more work ethic takes over and beats talent. I think talent is beaten by work ethic all day long anyway, no matter what you're in, whether it's running, business, work, whatever you're trying to do, it doesn't matter. Work ethic will always beat talent. But when it comes to mentally preparing, then mentally preparing for a 3-month training program and going into that is obviously different to mentally preparing for a race. But what is important is that you realize that initial motivation you have, whether you're just starting into running, or whether you're trying to get fit again, or whether you're trying to take your running to the next level, that initial motivation, you need to convert that into discipline, into habit, into regularly getting up and training on a regular basis, on a daily basis, as quickly as possible. That initial motivation will not last. And it takes about 30 days in order to consistently do that activity in order to change that into a habit. You have to, it's the same as diet. You have to change that initial motivation. I want to get thinner, I want to lose fat. You need to change that initial motivation into habit, into a lifestyle change as quickly as you can, so then it just becomes part of your regular day. And that's the discipline. Like, motivation will only take you so far. It has to turn into discipline, and you have to have that discipline in order to do well in distance running, in order to do well in anything in life, because every day you're not going to wake up and feel like it. It's as simple as that. There will be days when you wake up and you just think, gotta go out and run today. It's raining outside, it's too hot outside, it's too cold outside. There's so many, the baby's been crying all night, work's demanding today, I've got a massive project. So many excuses, thousands of excuses that can get in the way. You've just got to get up, prioritize it, and realize that this discipline is what will take you to race day and allow you to perform and allow you to be happy with your performance on race day. And that's moving forward. That's what we all need as human beings. We all need to feel as fulfilled, as if we're moving forward, as if we're self-developing. That's super important. Now, as for race day, that's a different type of mindset you need to get into. Now, we've talked about, okay, maybe you're anxious the day before, maybe you're anxious the night before, and that doesn't help you to sleep. And and some people feel as if it's super important to get a great night's sleep the night before a race. That's not important. It's the accumulated sleep in the weeks, and especially the week before the race. That's the important part. If you don't sleep the night of the race, it doesn't matter. Just do the race, get the best out of it, be mentally in it, and then afterwards you can sleep. It's as simple as that. But how do you prepare for it? The way I prepare for it is thinking, okay, think calmly about what you've done. So if you've been training for the last 10, 12 weeks specifically, so my plan is always get fit, then start a 10-week training program, and then do a 10 to 14 day taper, and then your legs are fresh and you're ready to go. And within that 10-week specific period, if you hit 80% of those sessions, and remember, only doing 2 key sessions a week. So 2 key sessions times 10 weeks, 20 sessions. I know I only need to hit 16 sessions really well to be in PB shape for whatever race I'm training for. So as long as I've hit those, I've got the confidence to move forward and to PB, to run my fastest time in the race that I'm preparing for. So when you're mentally preparing in the days before and the day before, look back on the training, look back to what you've achieved, look back to how hard you've worked, and realize that the hard work is done. Tomorrow, the race is just a party. And if your mindset flips like that, like I've done the hard work, tomorrow is just the release. Tomorrow, I'm like a caged animal, and they're about to let the cage, unlock the cage and let me out. Then that just puts you in a different mindset. And when I'm stood there on the start line, I'm surrounded by hundreds, if not thousands of runners. I've been on big start lines, the London Marathon, Berlin Marathon, Comrades Marathon, where there's 25,000, 50,000 people around you. It's tense on the start line, especially at the front. Like, people are scared. People are scared. They want to achieve their best. They don't know whether they've done enough. They don't know whether they've got a niggle and that's going to stop them from completing whatever they're trying to do. There's so much tension. For me, I know I've done all the hard work. So that is just an exciting time for me to be there, to be in it. I don't have to call my friends and say, hey, do you want to play football? Hey, do you want to play cricket? Everybody's already there. Everybody's turned up and we're ready to have fun. And if you look at it like that, today's going to be fun. Yeah, we've got a goal, and yeah, I'm going to be checking my watch. Yeah, I'm going to be going for my splits, and yeah, I'm going to be going for a time. I'm going to be giving this everything I possibly can, but it's going to be fun. And if you look at it like that, because of the person that you are, even if you don't think you are, at some level, in order to have signed up for this, in order to have got into this lifestyle of training on a daily basis, on a very frequent basis, in order to try to achieve something, in order to go for something, there's a level of competition inside of you, and you will not be able to escape that level of competition. So even if you're super happy with what you've done so far in the training, you're happy with what you've accomplished, and now it's time to celebrate, now it's the party, now it's the race. Within that race, you're gonna dig in. You're going to dig in because you cannot escape the competitive nature inside of you. So if it's a marathon, for example, you know that the training will get you to a point where the first half should be pretty comfortable. The first 21K, first 30 miles should be pretty comfortable. The next quarter, that next 10K, that next 6 miles, that's where you kind of need to focus and dig in, and it starts to get harder, and you start to think, right, okay, where is my form? Okay, am I taking on enough liquids? Have I taken on enough sports drink already? Am I okay? And then that last 10K, that last 6 miles, that's what almost always hits everybody, and that's where you really need to dig in, and that's where, for me, you earn your medal. That's where you find out who you are in that final 10K, in that final 6 miles. How much do I want this? And that's exactly what I ask myself on the start line. It's a line from Supersonic, written by Noel Gallagher, and I'm on the start line, I'm having fun, and then it's like the countdown, we've got a minute to go, and I'm just put myself in the zone, and it's like, how much do you want this? Those words for me, just like, how much do you want this? And then it just takes me back to all the hard miles, all the hard long runs on my own, all the hard interval sessions where it's like, it's red hot or it's freezing cold, and I'm doing something on the treadmill and it's not as exciting as it would be outside. Everything, all that sacrifice, if you like, that people call it. For me, it's not sacrifice, this is fun, I've signed up for it. All of that I remember, and I'm totally in it, and I realize for the next 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'm gonna give everything I possibly can. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun, but I'm gonna give everything I possibly can to make this happen so I can hit that goal, be satisfied, and then look to the future and look to the next goal. So mindset, you've got two different types of mindset. You've got a training schedule mindset. Okay, I'm in this. I've got to change that initial motivation into discipline. And in order for this to work, I have to have strong discipline. My work ethic has to be brilliant. And then for the race, you got to get yourself into a head zone where you know you've done the hard work. And that will start from the training program. If you've not done the work, you know you've not done the work. You know you've not done the work. You know that the result is not going to reflect. The result is going to reflect the work. And therefore, if you've not done the work, you're obviously going to be more nervous. If you've done the work, don't worry about confidence. You should have all the confidence in the world that today you're going to do your best, because you cannot escape that competitive person inside of you. Good luck.